So, why don't you take a, okay, part 2, rules. You gotta know the rules. Okay, so let's look at the rules. Regular craps. These are the rules of the game. And the rules are basically very simple. Somebody is designated as what they call the shooter or the roller. Now, who is that? Well, it could be the next person who's in line, wherever it was last left off. It could be the only one at the table. Be you. You do not have to roll the dice. You may tell them pass it to the next person. You do not have to roll the dice. Okay? So, but somebody's going to be the roller. A lot of people like, I like the roll dice, I like the practice, seems like it makes them not do what they say they're going to do. So, first roll, very first time out. Let's assume it's a new game. New game. How do I tell it's a new game? Well, when you walk up to the table, something I hadn't talked about earlier, there is a little disc that's sitting out on the table. It's black and white. On the black side, it says basically off, and on the white side, it says on. If it says off, it's a new game. The game is starting over. If it says on, that means the game has been ongoing. And now that limits your bets a little bit based on what's going to happen. But we're going to assume that the thing is off, we're starting out fresh, and the person throws the dice. Okay? So, 10. Threw a 10. Well, if I had thrown a 7 or 11 on the first roll, I would have won. Whatever I put out there, I would have won. If I had thrown a 2, 3, or the person had thrown a 2, 3, or 12, I would have lost. If it's not 7, 11, 2, 3, and 12, what's left over? The only numbers possible are 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. Where have we seen that? Remember the look of the table. Those were the numbers that were up at the top. They are the only numbers left over. Your objective in this game is to get past the first rolls of the 2, 3, 12, 7, and 11. You want to get past that. Now, you might win a few of those, and you might lose a few of those, but you don't want to be there. You want it to be on one of those numbers. 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. When he throws that number, you don't either win nor do you lose. It establishes what we call the point number. And what that means is that in order for you to win, you have to repeat that number before 7 comes up. That's how simple it is. Now that's the reason I mentioned to you, getting 7s are bad. Because at that point, anytime a 7 comes up, everybody loses. I mean, everybody loses. So, again, if I have $10 here on the pass line, which is what we'll talk about in a minute, and I throw the dice, I threw a 3. What happened with that dice? Nothing. Oh, I threw a 3.
Oh, you're talking about second
First roll. Let's do first roll. I lose. I just lost $10. So, $10 back out. I throw the dice again. Threw a 7. Now what happens? I won. So now it gives me, they'll do this. They'll put the $10 here. I mean, the extra $10 there. Now what do you got to do? Pick it up. If you don't pick it up, it's going to be fair game. So you pick it up. Now, let me make a point here. If you say at this point, I don't want to bet again, you have a right to not bet again. However, if you leave that bet on there and one of those points gets established and you say, oh, I have to go to the bathroom. I want to take my chips off the table. No. You are taking them off the table. Once that point number is established, any bet you have over here on this pass line is staying there till the game is over. So you have to make a decision, do you pull it off of there or you don't. If you got to go to the bathroom, I decide that before I put that bet down. Okay? So keep that in mind. Okay, so I put it back down. So we won one and we lost one. We're even. Okay? 3. I lost again. Good. Take it up. Put another one down. Okay. Now I got a 9. Okay, finally. All right. So now I got one of these numbers. So now the game says, once that 9 comes up, I have to, for me to win that bet that's out there, I have to throw another 9 before a 7 comes up. So, okay, everybody understand, I gotta throw a 9 before the 7 comes up, okay? Now I threw a 5. Did I win or lose? Nothing. Not your number. I threw a 6. Nothing. Threw a 3. Nothing. It's not the first roll. The only two numbers that affect you at this point are the 9 and the 7. These are the only two numbers that affect you at this point, the 9 and the 7. Okay? So you want to get to the point where the point itself is established. That's how you make your money. Because now you're going to do your wagering on hoping that the numbers 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10 come up frequently. And if they do, you're going to make a lot of money. 7 comes up, you're going to lose. Okay? So that's the game. That's basically the game. And in a nutshell, that's what it is. So here are the point number boxes. This is what you have to concentrate on. 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. Why do they spell out the 6 and why do they spell out the word 9?
First way to put lines on 6 lines.
Yeah, you can't see it whether it's upside down or the other way. A 6 and a 9 look the same depending on where you're standing, right? So, so they spell them out. Anyway, you're planning to get those numbers to be the principal numbers. Okay, and that's what your objective is. And we'll see how that all is going to work here in a moment. What's crapless? How does it differ? It's very simple. It's almost the same. On the first roll, you'll notice 7 wins, just like in the other game. And notice what is missing. 11 doesn't win. 11 won in the first game. It doesn't win in this game. Now how about the other side? Well, the 2, 3, and 12 were losers on the other side, right? In this case, the 2, 3, and 12 never lose. They become points, like the 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. That's why, when you look at the table that has the crapless, you have all of the numbers. Notice what's here. Every possible number except 7. Every number except 7. And so, that's why I like to play this game, because now you've got lots of options. You can win on 2s, you can win on 3s, you can win on 11s, you can win on 12s, you can win on any of these numbers, just don't get 7s. I love this game. I really do enjoy this game. But as I say, there's only one place you can find it in town, but it's interesting, it's different. But anyway, the rules are basically the same. You only win on a 7 on the first roll, the other ones all become points. And you must then repeat that point before a 7 comes up once the point is established. And if you do, you'll win money on it. If not, you lose.